And welcome back, everyone, to part 3 of What If Krillin had gone to King Kai's after his first death. Now, somebody pointed out, I think it was the last video or the first video of this, that technically speaking, if you're killed by a demon, you can't go to King Kai's place. You are stuck in limbo. And that is 100%, well, not 100%, but that's pretty true. That said, to make this work, we had to bend the rules. But anyway... Last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If Krillin had gone to King Kai upon his first death. The Z Fighters had just vanquished Vegeta, but now a new sinister threat looms. So that's where we pick up. Vegeta goes, gets healed up. Now, normally speaking, if the Dragon Balls have been in any way, shape, or form mentioned, picked up on, whatever, this is the part where I go into the Namek arc. But in this case, that was not what happened. Plus, it's a little fun to be a little different on this. So first off, Vegeta is now just fuming, and word gets around at the barracks, and all the way to Frieza himself, along with Zarbon, Dodoria, all of them, that he was defeated, and defeated pretty soundly on Earth. Oh, Vegeta was defeated. About time he finally got dropped down a peg, but still, Vegeta is one of my better soldiers. Power level of 18,000. That's almost as strong as you, Dodoria. Yeah, but I'm still more attractive. That indeed you are. Still, who could that be? But they didn't just say he was defeated. He was defeated soundly. Did he not resort to his grade 8 form? To his monkey form. My, this does intrigue me. Zarbon, Dodoria, go and find out what exactly this Eoth is. It's spelled Eoth, but it's pronounced Earth. Stupid monkeys without autocorrect. Anyway, I'm just playing around with that. So, Zarbon, Dodoria, take a group, a dozen or so of finest fodder, and go to this Earth and see what's all of the hubbub's about. Yes, of course, Lord Frieza. You're righto. So, these guys, they decided to go to Earth. Now, it's still a ways away from where they are. So there's about a month's difference. Well, maybe not a month's difference. It's still a little while. Still, because they're just beelining for Earth and need to find it and all the coordinates, I imagine it's not that long. Like, no dramatic increases in power levels, save for, like, rounding things up. So, like, Piccolo, I had him at 4,800, round up to 5. Go on, I'll have it 1,500 by this point. But, like Goku's still at 20,000, Krillin's still at 15, so that's all well and good. But eventually, they do sense power levels coming in. Whoa, who are those guys? Those guys are even stronger than Vegeta. Yeah, I know, Goku. Seriously, why can't we ever catch a break? I don't know, buddy. Maybe we're just lucky. No, Goku, this is the opposite of luck. I know, right? It's awesome. Yeah, just stop, Krillin. Just stop. And then basically, Zarbon and Dodoria touch down along with the troops. And, Goku and them, so get the scouters go up. And then, scouters scan. And while the powers are suppressed, still, they realize they must be hiding their powers. Excuse me, would you by chance happen to know an individual known as Vegeta? Well, we kind of met with them about a month or two ago. Oh, yes, and would you have happened to have been the ones to get into a fight with him? Maybe. It's like, yeah, did you beat him good? In fact, where'd Nappa, now that I think about it? Yeah, Nappa does. So do remember, don't you recall, Nappa's dead. Oh, yeah, that's right. Died like a bitch. Well, I mean, he put up a good fight, but yeah, he lost us. Goku! It's like, yeah, we're the ones who beat Goku! Well, what? Oh, right. Oh, so we were just in the neighborhood and wanted to see what this planet had to offer. I must admit, I'm impressed. Impressed. From the demeanor, I guess the Namekian is the strongest one. No, Cat wouldn't be it. The annoyance from him seems to say that you're the strongest one. Well, I don't mean to boast. You boast all the time. So tell me. That's after all. So tell me, would you possibly be interested in the job? Lord Frieza is always looking for a man of caliber, individuals of stature to join his ranks, and someone who could beat Vegeta so silently would be a welcome addition to our little crew. No thanks. Now, as much as I like a good fight, you guys clearly are here. Your intentions here are clearly not what we want. So why don't you just move along now? And things aren't going to be any problems.
Yeah, beat it, Pinky. What did you call me, little man? I said Pinky. What, you didn't hear me? I'm amazed you couldn't hear me with those pointy ears and that giant gut. What does my weight have to do with my hearing? I don't know. Can you hear the dinner bell when it rings? Well, yeah. Then maybe you should put down the fork when you get there, or something like that. No, maybe you shouldn't go. Shave off a couple colors. Oh, that's it. You are dead.
And then Dodoria. Yeah, sorry, I was going into Zarbon for a second. Dodoria comes in and says, "Oh well, it looks like this. You should really learn to control your men better. He's not one of my men. He's my partner." Krillin's struggling against Dodoria, but he pops up into a Kaioken. Went into the other Krillin voice there for a second. Again, and then
Kaioken, Lord. Oh, space Jesus, that hurt.
Okay, that's enough, guys. We don't have to really. It's like,
oh yes, we do. Seems you don't want to go quietly, men. Take care of them. We're really gonna do this, aren't we? From what I can tell, none of those guys are that strong. Only the pink one and the blue one pose any threat, and you can handle both of them with no problem, Goku.
Yeah, I know, but what's the fun in that? All right, you seem to be the stronger of the two. Let's go. Goku and Zarbon duke it out. He's not even using Kaioken. Zarbon barely edges out Goku because he's the same power as Dodoria, around 20,000 at this point. Zarbon edged him out by 1,000 in his base form, and it was around 28,000 when he transformed. And Zarbon's like, "Oh, I see. So you're quite depressed. You're not bad yourself, but if we're going, I can set you all the back. How about this? I'll show you what I can do if you can show me what you can do." All right, but you first get. Or I can see Goku say, "Seeing as you're the guest, I'll let you go first." And he's like,
"Oh, you're too kind. Now I'm gonna rape you, bitch."
Like, Kaioken!
Kaioken!
Then Goku does Kaioken and just wails on Zarbon. Basically, most of the Frieza Force and Zarbon Dodoria are completely whipped just by these guys. Now, Goku does let them go again, and they basically, say, the day's saved. All of a sudden, King Kai turns and is like, "Goku, you idiot!" Is like, what? What? You should have killed. You shouldn't have let them leave. Now they're going to talk. To go get Frieza, and there's no way any of you is gonna. So this Frieza guy must be strong, right? Well, I can't wait to fight him. Goku, even if you could miraculously do a Kaioken 1,000, you wouldn't be able to beat him. Wait, he's that strong? Yes! So basically, it's like, oh, God, what are we going to do? So, Goku's like, oh, man, we only got, how long, he basically said, "King Kai, how long do you think it's going to take them to get here?" Well, my estimate's roughly a year, given the fact they got to get back there and then had to bring the other ship over there, back to the planet. So you've got about a year. And then Goku just thinks about it, like, I got to go talk to Kami. I'm way ahead of you. I'm already tuned into the conversation, Goku. I know what you're thinking. It's a risky maneuver, but it might be our only play. So what are you talking about? We'll explain when the time comes. But for now, for the next 11 and a half months, train as hard as you ever have. When the 11 and a half months are up, meet here at the lookout. And so they agree. Meanwhile, Chi-Chi's like, "Well, you're not going to have our son train." It's like, we have to. We have to, otherwise, the world can be saved. What's more important, the world or homework? Well, if the world's gone, he's got no homework. So, eventually, they convince Chi-Chi to let him train. And here's how I think I would break this out. It's not the same as training with the lookout. These guys do kind of go off on their own a little bit. Chiaotzu and Tien, they do their own thing. Yamcha's kind of doing his own thing. Sometimes looking in on Tien and Chiaotzu helping out there. Sometimes even joining like Krillin stuff. But mostly just training on his own. Sometimes with Roshi. Piccolo, they agreed now to let Piccolo and Gohan train because this time it's not about raising Gohan's power. And he's already trained with Piccolo for a year already. Krillin and Goku are the strongest too. Plus, they need to work on getting their Kaioken up. And every couple of months, they'll meet and do some group sparring together. Now, it turns out how strong I think everyone gets. This is all the stuff I actually had to write down. So with Tien, the thing about Tien is that Tien almost always trains with Chiaotzu. In fact, he doesn't really do much alternative training than the stuff he does. He just intensifies the training he already does. Occasionally, he's done different styles of training, like he's trained with Kami, obviously. If we take that out of the equation, no, Tien just kind of has done his own thing. And he trains with Chaozu, who's leagues weaker than him. So it really hinders his training. Now, when he's able to train with other people, it's a different scenario. But for that, I only gave him, within the year's time, a ×4 multiplier. He only gained it barely gained a ×8. Didn't even get it. It was like over a ×7, but less than a ×8 in the original series, which is a lot, but he was training with everyone. So I will conservatively give him, with hardcore training, a ×4, which at his current power of 2,000 puts him at 8,000. Chaozu, I was nice around Chaozu up to 1,000. That puts him at $2,000. I only gave him a ×2 because Chaozu, we've been over this, but Chaozu's abilities don't really lie in martial arts. They lie in his psychic abilities, which are very powerful. Yamcha. Now, Yamcha's an interesting case. Yamcha, I rounded up to about 1,800 when all said and done. Yamcha, I think, is in the same boat as Tien, but only because he doesn't really have anyone like to train with, per se, and he's kind of on his own, and he probably is a little lax, too. It's Yamcha. Even though he's trying his best, he's still probably a little lax. But that still puts him at 7,200. Now we get to the two big ones. Krillin, Goku, or two big ones, four big ones. Krillin, Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan. I'm going to say Gohan and Goku for second, because theirs is a unique little situation here. With Krillin, because Goku's going to be getting so drastically stronger at this time period, Krillin also would be getting drastically stronger. But because, here's the thing, I've had some people kind of argue the whole Saiyan versus human biology. Yes, partly due to the fact that they can get Zenkai, Saiyans progress quicker, but I think because they're just a natural warrior race, they just naturally progress quicker overall. That's not to say human couldn't surpass a Saiyan. It's just the fact that, I mean, we see that Krillin became much stronger than Nappa ever was. So I would honestly put Krillin at 15,000 right now at around 1,500. I give him a full 10 times multiplier because he's got to factor in that Goku is just leagues stronger than him, and he's got to play catch up because unlike with Goku, as they're working with the Kaioken, he's got to take times out. Otherwise, if he pushes himself too hard, he won't be able to recover as fast as Goku and then get a Zenkai. So he's got to be careful about that. Piccolo, I think actually, I look at the way Piccolo progresses, and we never get true numbers on a lot. Like, we get in the early stages numbers of his power level. I would actually be willing to, from the way I can tell, Namekians can progress, at least through just pure training without Zenkai, as quick, if not quicker, than Saiyans. I think that has to do with their regenerative capability. And they get a little micro boosts here and there, too. Because he's got to train Gohan, though, and though Gohan is getting stronger by the minute, like, Gohan's progression is huge. He is at a disadvantage in terms of getting that much stronger, even though he will sometimes go and train with their like 3-month sparring session with Krillin and Goku. Because Gohan's so much weaker, so there's a lot more room to fill up. But that said, I gave him a full 20 times. I put him about 100,000. Now we get to Gohan and Goku. And this I had some difficulty because I had to factor in Gohan's much weaker than Piccolo, and then Goku's going to be like maxing his Kaioken out as best he can. That's going to be putting so much strain and kiboshing their bodies half the time that it should be giving them a couple Zenkais. So ultimately with Gohan, I went 25 times, which gave him, roughly speaking, from the 1,500, 37.5 thousand. And with Goku, I really had to be careful not to overpower it. Especially because once we get to these levels, the Zenkais get kind of crazy for a little bit. But I went overall with 600 grand. I think that is the reasonable level of power Goku would be at, with multiple uses of Kaioken, constantly training with Krillin, who at this point could probably do about a ×3, would strain. It'd be about as tough on him as the ×4 was on Goku, but he could still do it, which does push Goku to really improve himself at that point as well. But that's where they stand at that point. Then basically comes the 2 weeks before this Frieza is supposed to arrive, and they meet up at Kami's lookout. So Kami explains what they had in mind. It's like, we know a place where you can get a year's worth of training in only one day. Yes, it's called the Hyperbolic Time Drill, or the Room of Spirit and Time. Frankly, I don't know why we have different names for it, but oh well. Translation errors. So Goku explains how this works. Like, well, so wait, Goku, you only go in one more time? Yeah, that's right. Well, maybe we should go in. We each go in twice.
you could do that, but you should probably only do it once, unless you feel it's absolutely necessary. Don't. The room will tax you. No one should go in by themselves, and you should go in with a pair to protect your sanity. So again, Tien and Chaozu go in. Yamcha and Krillin go in, and this one's the unique one. Piccolo, Gohan's the only one who's going to get to go in twice. Once with Piccolo and once with his dad. Bonding experience, to be fair. But that Goku's going to be the last one. So Tien again, Chaozu again would go in. Now, because it's a 10 times gravity, and because the conditions get so harsh in the hyperbolic time chamber, it's similar to King Kai's planet, but B, the conditions are way harsher, and they'll be able to intensify their training. Now, again, because just Chaozu is so much weaker than Tien, it's going to be a struggle, first off, for them to acclimate. Yes, their powers are already like 8,000 and 2,000, but they still need to acclimate to the fact that this is 10 times Earth's gravity. Now, that being said, at the level of power every one of them is at, including Chaozu, shouldn't take long for them to do that, but still, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. So, that being said, I factored in with Tien, having to train with Chaozu and doing his own training. Another solid 20 times, which puts them at 1,600. I said 1,600. 160,000. What the hell? 160,000. Chaozu, I gave a solid 10 times. I think 20,000 is reasonable. Again, he's just not a warrior. With Yamcha and Krillin, this is interesting because Yamcha is clearly way below Krillin. But that means he's got the most room for improvement. Krillin is also going to be like training with Kaioken as best he can. So I would give Krillin a full 10 times and Yamcha a 30 times, which puts Yamcha actually well above Tien at 216,000 and Krillin at 1.5 million. I think he can hold on to a Kaioken of 5, would strain and max it out to maybe like a 7 if he absolutely had to. 7, though, is going to basically be like, okay, I'm done. It's basically going to be Goku's Kaioken times 20. He's got to get one good shot, and then he's done. But yeah, I think he can max that, and he can at least hold a times 4 without too much difficulty at this point, and times 5 he can push it to. Piccolo and Gohan. Again, that is something that is very... Because Gohan is still that much weaker than Piccolo, he's got more room to improve, plus being a Saiyan. But Piccolo, I think, will still be the stronger of the two, with 2 million, getting a full 20 times multiplier. And Gohan, I would put somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 times, putting him at around 1.2 million when it's all said and done. Not 1.2, like 1.025. But as he gets out and Gohan first off gets a sense of me, just be sure. It's like, okay, you ready, son? I'm ready, Dad. It's like, yeah, give us a minute, Gohan. Why don't you get some fresh clothes and fresh clothes, get something to drink. Goku, you should know there's something about Gohan. When we were trading in there, I saw something, a flash of power I had never seen before. It was intense. It was something unlike anything. I was like, what? It seemed to come out when his anger was reaching its peak, but I at that point I couldn't contain it. It's like, I see. Thanks, Piccolo. So now Goku and Gohan go into Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Now, Gohan is actually now significantly stronger base form wise than his dad, but his dad has Kaioken. At this point, with 600 grand, he could probably handle a times 10. In fact, he can probably easily handle a times 10 if we're going to be honest. We had actually no idea where his limit would have been before he had to go into that recovery chamber during the Namek saga, but it's implied he could probably handle a 10. So I'm going to assume he can handle a 10, which means he just has to double it and he can hold his own against Gohan. And so they get into their training, which gets intense because, again, Gohan's strong now. They can really duke it out. But during halfway point where Goku's really starting to max out his Kaioken to a much higher degree, he does notice the same thing that Piccolo notices. When Gohan's really getting angry and really raging out, really giving his all, he's sensing a spike in his power, and he's seeing his hair, it flashes gold, and his eyes, they turn blue briefly. He's like, what? It's like, what is that? Gohan? He's like, I need you to calm down for a second, son. It's like, so it talks to Gohan. It's like, when you're getting angry, do you ever feel like your powers disguised? Like, well, yeah, I kind of do, but I just assume
there's like the power, brief spike in my power because of my emotion. I didn't think it was anything serious. You think there's something wrong? No, son. If anything, I think you should learn to tap into that power. I'm gonna help. We still got 6 months here, so I'm apart from my Kaioken training, I'm gonna help you figure out what that power is. All right, Dad. And so basically, for the next 6 months, they're trying to pinpoint what it is. So Goku and Gohan both agree that, yeah, okay, son, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, know that I'm just doing this stuff to get the power. I don't actually mean anything, but I'm going to try to anger you as best I can. But I know you can tough it out, son. I know you're ready, you can handle it. Keep in mind, Gohan at this point is like, because he's had a year, because he was about 5. And then another year training, that's 6. He's about 8 right now. Technically, physically speaking, he's 8. So, keep that in mind. So Goku immediately starts as if we don't do this, this Frieza guy, he's gonna come. He's gonna kill everyone. He's gonna kill your friends. He might even kill me. He's gonna kill your mom. Are you gonna let that happen? No. Are you gonna stand around and do nothing like Piccolo said you did? It's like, no, I'm not. It's like, stop it! And then Gohan finally snaps and turns Super Saiyan for the first time. Like, whoa! Now you might be asking, he's like, really? Yeah, because the whole S-cell bullshit. But it's more or less implied that you need to get to a certain power before you can even think about a Super Saiyan. Over 1 million is definitely in a range of power you can do that. And lo and behold, Gohan does it. And just powers up and starts screaming. He's like, Gohan, it's okay. It's like, yeah, Kaioken times 20. Basically, Goku's got to go full Kaioken times 20 just to keep his son at bay. And then, Gohan finally just... Yeah, and then he calms down. Like, it hurts, Dad. It's like, I'm proud of you, Gohan. Now we just got to figure out how to do that again. It's like, yeah. So they spend the next time like trying to tap into it. At first, it really is just kind of a rage-based thing, but after a while, Gohan is starting to pinpoint into how to do it manually, and eventually, like in the last month's time, he does figure it out. Wow! It's like, man, son, you've gotten strong. So, to be fair, I'm not going to really go beyond the power here. And the last month is going to be just trying this form out and Goku doing Kaioken. Power-wise, I'm putting Goku at 18 million because I think that's actually pretty reasonable. I could have gone a lot higher, so I think 18 million is actually a really reasonable number. And Gohan is right a little over 10 million. So, they try to Gohan transfers. It's like, man, your power, you've got strong, which does put Gohan at 500 million. At this point, once we get to this point, I'm going to stop actually saying what power levels are because we just don't have any canon power levels past Frieza. Unless you want to go to the Broly movie, which isn't canon, but yeah. And then Goku goes into Kaioken times 20 because at this point, his body can handle it. Although it's not as bad on his body as it was, say, against Frieza, but it's still something that, it's his last resort. 10 he can handle no problem, but 20 it's a lot. So he first tries 10. Gohan is blitzing. I was like, damn! It's like, yeah, so that's a lot of power you got there, son. But then he goes into 20, and it does catch Gohan off guard because he is still the better fighter of the two. And he just throw Gohan down. They clash for a bit, but ultimately Gohan's not the stronger among them. Like, holy crap, son! Oh, wow, Dad, you think you can do it? I might be able to do it, but I mean, right now, I'm gonna just keep my. We don't have the time to focus on that right now. Maybe for another training period, son. But for now, we got to get ready. And basically, they head out of the power. They head out of there. They get a sense of being. They're all healed up. They still got a week or two left, so they're using that really now for downtime, relaxing, preparing mentally. And Piccolo even asks, Goku, with Gohan, did he? Yeah, we saw it. And you'll be proud of him, Piccolo. It's like, wait, did you tap into it? He learned to control it. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what the kid can do. So am I. In fact, he's surpassing, and he even says that he's even surpassing me right now. I was like, wait, you're joking, right? It's like, no, he's stronger than me now, Piccolo. Wow. Whoa. Yeah, at least for now. So, eventually the day comes, and, the Frieza ship comes down. Hello there. I was wondering, would you happen to know, no, that wouldn't be what Frieza said. So you came out of the rodents came out of the holes. Oh, it's so good. It's so good when the vermin come for their own extermination. Hello there, I'm Lord Frieza. I was in the area looking for some new recruits. You see, what happened was I had such wonderful helpers until they failed me and I had to kill them. So yeah, Zarbon, Dodoria, and all that entire crew that went there. No, they're dead. So yes, I was hoping you might be able to join. I was hoping to maybe come to this planet and find some steady employment. Employees, would you be so willing to help me out here? No, God. I was like, oh, they always want to do it the hard way. Very well then. So, how do you wish to die? And that's where we're going to leave it off. Now, if you remember what I just said about the power levels, you know how this is actually going to play out pretty well. But still, let's leave it there for right now. We'll go to part 4 on Saturday. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know the review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superior Magic, what if, anything to do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.